guys, this is Sakshi and I heartily welcome you all to Books with Sakshi. I know I have been so inactive, inconsistent, whatever you guys want to say, and I feel so bad about it. Not that I'm guilty, not at all. I had some reasons. I was not feeling that well to make videos and then edit and then upload. So I was just active on my Instagram and there as well. I was taking breaks every now and then. But finally I decided to be consistent, and like this is like really final. And also second reason was that I was not finding some good content ideas. I was just constantly trying to find content ideas, and when I looked at some other book bloggers for some content inspiration, they were just doing the same things, and I just didn't want to participate in those same things. And so I was like, no, I have to find something unique, something different, and stuff like that. I was just thinking. And so finally I have decided to at least in the upcoming 2 to 3 videos, I have decided to talk about book reviews and everything related to it. So in this video I'm just going to cover how to write a basic book review. In the upcoming videos I have decided that how you can get paid for reviewing a book, how you can get books from publishers, and I'm just going to share my experience. There are definitely so many videos out there that will guide you about the same, but I just want to share my experience. So in today's video I'm only going to share how to write a basic review. By basic I mean that, see, there are so many book bloggers, and if not book bloggers, there are so many people who write book reviews and they have their own way of writing. So I'm just going to share a basic idea, like what all things should be necessarily be there in the book review. Other things you can definitely include or remove, that's up to you, but some basic things that you should definitely be putting in your review, we are going to discuss that thing. So without wasting time, let's begin. So number one thing that you should always keep in mind is adding trigger warnings if there are any. There are few books with sensitive topics, sensitive themes, like anything related to sensitive topic like rape, violence, sexual harassment and stuff like that. So if you find any such themes in the books that you're reading, always try to add the trigger warnings before you start writing your review, so that if someone comes and they're reading your review and they're not comfortable reading those themes, so they may look at your trigger warning and they'll avoid reading the whole review. Also, they'll avoid reading the book if they're not comfortable with that. So trigger warnings are just for that. Second basic thing that you should add in your book review is obviously the plot, but without spoilers. There's a huge difference between writing a summary and then writing the plot for the review purpose. So you don't have to write the whole summary so that everyone just knows what happened in the book. You just have to write some brief points about the plot. So what you have to write in the plot is just some mini details about the plot. Maybe there are two major characters, so who they are, what do they do, what role they have to play in this book, and something that is very engaging, something that makes people curious to read that book. And also you don't have to summarize it, as I already said. So when you're describing about these two characters, you have to take your review to the point where you are kind of creating it as a suspense. It should be suspenseful, that okay, now what will happen, or something like that you have to add, so that people do not lose their curiosity. Now another thing that you should include in your review, that is really a basic thing, is writing style. How the writing style is, how the language is, not exactly language, but how the writing style is, the narration, if there is flow, or if it's very abrupt, or if it's very engaging, if it's very smooth, or if it's very complicated, and then if it's poetic, if it is exaggerated unnecessarily, if it is very simple to understand. All these things come under the section of writing style, how the writing style is. And if it's like a literary fiction, if it's a classic, or if it has magical realism, or whatever you feel should cover under writing style, you have to mention that as well. Now moving on to another thing is adding your personal touch once you're done writing about the writing style. Now, this is not a basic thing. Some people do it, some people do not do it, and there's no definition as such to define what personal touch is. It's personal, so you can just write whatever you want, but just make sure that you're not, filling your review just with personal touch. It has to be short, it has to be really like personal and something that others enjoy. After this, it is time to write about the plus and minus points of the book. There is definitely going to be something good about the book, maybe not in all cases, but if there is any, then definitely mention it in your way. What is that thing that you like the most about the book? It can be anything. It can be related to the character, it can be related to the plot, or anything that is there in the book that seemed very appealing to you. You should definitely mention it. Talking about the minus points, if there is anything that disappointed you, don't shy away from mentioning it. Mention it honestly and let other people also know what is the minus point of this book, so that they can actually decide whether to read this book or not. Last but not the least, the thing you should lastly always include in your review is recommendation, basically targeted audience. If I'm reading a review, let's just say, I can decide by myself if I want to read this book or not, but still, if it's like teen romance, let's just say, so it is specifically for teen, like you're obviously going to recommend it to everyone maybe, but specifically you are going to recommend this book to teens because they are going to be the class of people who are going to relate with that book the most. So you also have to talk about the targeted audience. As you'll start writing the reviews and as you'll read other people's reviews, you will feel that okay, you can do this as well, you can do this as well. So you're going to have this, but this is just a basic format that I have shared with you. And in the upcoming videos, I really promise that I'm going to make videos related to how to get paid with book reviews and how to get books from publishers. And also, if I find any other similar topic that is related to book reviews or reviews, I'll definitely try including them as well. And after that, I'm going to make a complete playlist about this thing, so that others who are new or old, you can revisit or visit those playlist and get some idea from my experience. So everything that I've shared in this video till now was just based on my experience and the way I do. And there are so many people who have talked about the same thing, so their opinion and my opinion may definitely vary. So well, that's it for today's video, and I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, definitely share it with someone who might need to see this video. And I'll see you in the next videos very soon, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.